I genuinely don't think that the Wii U era was that bad. Like, I had a lot of good memories with the console, and even though it sold poorly, I still think it's a great console. Like, back in the day, I really didn't feel like there was a drought in Nintendo games. I'm sure I was aware that the Wii U wasn't selling too well, but really, I don't think I ever noticed. Played the shit out of my Wii U until I plugged in a Wii to HDMI adapter, and it somehow fried the HDMI port. I don't know how, but it did. So don't put your Wii to HDMI into a Wii U, because that's what happened to me, if I recall correctly. So if it works for you, then maybe it was something else, but who knows. That was years ago. I played the shit out of my Wii U, like I just said. Like, Mario Kart 8 was like the most fun I've ever had when it first dropped. Like, I remember the day it dropped. I played it on my uncle's Wii U, and I was amazed by the graphics. Like, that game looks really good for a Wii U game. I know that most Wii U games are now on the Switch, but what you can't do is mod the console without having to grab an older firmware version of it. And I'll touch upon that in a future video. I remember the first time I ever played a Wii U. Like, I don't think I knew it existed until I played Super Mario 3D World at my uncle's place. And I remember playing that with my cousins and brothers, and that was like so much fun. That's probably the most fun I've ever had playing a Mario game in my childhood, but that game was fun as fuck. So I didn't really get a Wii U until 2015. I feel like 2015 was the perfect time to get a Wii U, or 2014, because you have Mario Kart 8, Super Smash Bros, but in 2015 you also have Splatoon. So in 2015, when I got my Wii U, I played the shit out of like Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Splatoon. And the gamepad is such a unique controller. Like, it works so well with some of these games. For games like Mario Kart 8 or Super Smash Bros, it's pretty much useless. But Splatoon, it was perfect with the gyroscope aiming, and it just felt so satisfying playing Splatoon on a gamepad. Like, I remember after Splatoon 2 came out, and I was playing that for weeks. Like, I remember after that came out, and I went back to Splatoon 1, and it just felt so much more satisfying to play than Splatoon 2. Like, Splatoon, it feels like there's actually impact to, like, your splatter shot or hitting enemies, but in Splatoon 2, that's basically gone. I don't know why, but it just doesn't feel the same. Super Smash Bros, well, Smash 4 is definitely the game I played the most. Like, that's the game where I first got competitive with Super Smash Bros. And it's my second most played Smash Bros game other than Ultimate, because Ultimate I played every single day at school for years, and I have like over 300 hours. But it may not be in first place of my most played Smash Bros games, but second place says a lot. Like, I played the shit out of that game, and I was always playing on Floor for Glory. And I remember meeting an online friend through one of my streams where I stream Sonic Adventure DX, and we'd play a shit ton of Smash online. Like, it was so much fun. And I remember when it started snowing, since I'm in Canada and he's in America, our internet connection was really dog shit because of the snow. The Wii U you could say whatever you want about the Wii U. It may have been a bad console, it may have been gimmicky, it may have sold poorly, but, you know, back in the day, I didn't even realize that. So when you put all that aside, you have a really great console with great games. It was the first HD Nintendo console, and that was a time to be alive. Did I also mention Nintendo Land? Nintendo Land was amazing. Like, that was probably the best multiplayer game on the system. Well, it doesn't have online multiplayer, but local multiplayer, that's probably what it's best for. It was the first Nintendo console with acceptable online features. And man, when Amiibos first came out, that was insane. I got my first Amiibo before I even got a Wii U. And when I finally got a Wii U, I use that Wii U to train my amiibo all the time. Like my amiibo is like level 99 and impossible to beat. In fact, I trained a couple amiibos to level 99 and they were just impossible to beat in Super Smash Bros. Man, the amiibo craze was nuts. Like that was the first console with amiibo support. And I know amiibos don't get supported anymore. Like they barely do anything in Switch games these days. But I had a lot of great memories training my Mario amiibos and stuff like that in Super Smash Bros. 4. I also had a lot of great memories modding Smash 4. Like there was so many like cool characters. Well, they were just skins, but like model swaps and skins and shit like that. It didn't really change the gameplay, but it was really fun just to play as Hitler, as Ganondorf. Like a Ganondorf, but he's Hitler. Like that was cool. Come on.